You were talking about giving T.J. Watt
shut him down.
Shut him down.
Yeah.
Shut him down.
Yeah, see, I agree with that. Just because even if we make it to the playoffs, I don't think.
Shut it.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do anything.
Yeah, it's not the year. It's not the year for them. It's not the year for us. Same thing.
We need a new offensive coordinator. That's just what it is. Like, we probably need a new defensive coordinator too, to be honest. But they'll never fire Tomlin. If anything, they'll force him into retirement. Like, after 20 years of coaching, you know what I mean? But
I mean, I don't know how long he's been there for. He's been there for a long time.
He's been there for about 15.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
17 years, something like that. But
maybe
like
it's
I said,
time
if anything,
for a new coach.
They'll force him into retirement. They'll never be like,
they're not gonna fire Tomlin.
Yeah, if anything, they'll be like, you got to retire.
You got that ring in Pittsburgh. You got to keep the city. They're not going to fire that way.
Yeah. If anything, they'll be like, we kind of want to move in a different direction.
Yeah.
Even if they do, they're not going to fire that man.
They'll do that whole mutual part ways.
Exactly.
They have to be one of those. Yeah, one of those handshakes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they ain't going to fire him.
No, I mean, never be
when is his contract up? When's his contract up?
I stopped keeping track.
I don't think they even do that there in Pittsburgh, Travis. I think it's just a one-time. Just a one-time thing. Just stay until you're ready to go.
It's a lifetime
like Roethlisberger.
But Roethlisberger. Look at Cowher. They, like Frank said, they only have 3 coaches. I think they're just like, bro, you stay until you're good and ready.
It's not, it's not like Tomlin's a bad coach. He's still a really good coach. He's still
he's a good coach.
But I mean, sometimes you guys know it's like sometimes it's like a team wants a new voice in there, a different start. You know what I mean? So.
That's not the Steelers' way, though. But I get what you're saying, 100%. But that's not the Steelers' way.
I know. I honestly, I think it comes down to the offensive play calling. That's just what it is. Like, I see the same shit every week. It'll be 3rd and long, and they'll throw a wide receiver screen. It's like, teams know this is coming at this point. You're not tricking anybody. Like, you might be able to get someone on that in like a random game, against the Seahawks at home or something. But you just not. It's just when you do it every week. That's your game plan. Every week we throw streets.
What's the alternative with a bad line and a rookie quarterback, Freights? How? I guess what I'm asking you is how heavy can your playbook be with a bad offensive line and a rookie coach?
I know what you're saying, but you gotta be more creative. I don't know.
Like, I agree with you, but is it you don't trust the offensive line? Is it the learning curve for the rookie quarterback? Is it a combination of both? A lot of times, like, the offensive coordinators get so much blame, and they're just trying to do what their personnel allows them to do. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. I think it's a little combination of both, but it's also been like 3 or 4 years now with the same coordinator. And you just see the same things over and over that just don't work. And at some point, you need to try something else.
Yeah.
Like Kenny Pickett's first game where they brought him in the second half against I forget who they played, but they brought him in the second half and he threw a pick, but he threw a deep ball. And I was like, wow, we actually threw a deep ball for once. And I was like, you know what? That's okay. He threw a pick. He's a rookie quarterback. I get it. But at least we're trying something different. Like, we're not just throwing before the sticks on like 3rd and long.
I get it.
We're trying something else.
I hate that he throws with 2 gloves on. I hate that.
Yeah. I know. That's a Teddy Bridgewater thing right there.
It reminds me of David Carr, and he was trash.
Yeah.
I never understood that, dude. I hate
it when I see quarterbacks do it. Yeah. I really do. I hate it. One glove's fine. One glove's fine. Put on the opposite
hand. Yeah.
Didn't Teddy Bridgewater throw with 2 gloves? Doesn't he throw with 2?
Yeah. Every quarterback that we're naming that wears gloves sucks.
Winston.
There's a pattern here. There's a fucking pattern.
Hey, I love Jameis Winston because it's either a touchdown or a pick like every fucking pass that he throws. That's electric. I love that.
Or he's eating W fingers. One or the other.
Yeah, that was retarded. That was not retarded, but that was stupid.
Oh, that's all right. We're not politically correct here, Matt. You can drop it.
Just leave it there, Frank. You can just drop it.
It's too late. I can't walk it back.
Just leave it there. Don't try to take it off the table now.
I can't walk it back. You're right.
Yeah, you look guilty when you try to take it back. Just leave it there.
No, it's fine.
I know it was wrong. To my fans, I apologize.
He's fully committed to it. Yeah, that's retarded. Hey, let me ask you guys. Without looking at the record, I can tell you the record. It's not going to matter. Jets are 3-2. Patriots are 3-2. Okay, same record. Who is the better team? Are the Jets better than the Patriots, or are the Patriots better than the Jets? Dude, I can't even believe I'm even asking this question right now because this year is fucking weird, dude.
Take the floor.
I'll go first. So I think the Patriots still have a dominant defense. I still think that they can come through with that defense. I'm a little skeptical about Bailey Zappe because he's played good.
Come on, it's Zappe.
But I know, listen, he's played good, but they're so protective of him that they're not letting him take chances.
That's
you know
the
what I mean?
Belichick way. You know that when they're young.
I know.
He did the same thing with Tom Brady for crying out loud.
I mean, he did the same thing with Mac Jones, but look how that's ending up. Like it's very middle of the pack. But also, I haven't seen enough of what was it, Zach Wilson in the Jets to be able to be like, the Jets are better than the Patriots, because at the end of the day, I just think it comes down to the coaching, and I still think Bill Belichick owns that.
Coaching defense, check. Pats. I agree with Matt. It's the Pats.
Hey,
play defense, protect the quarterback, don't turn the ball over. That's the Belichick way. They're the better team. If they play each other in a big game, Pats will smash them, and I feel 100% confident in that.
For what it's worth, the Patriots almost beat the Packers a couple weeks ago, and and I remember we all know Mike. Mike's a Pats fan. Texting him before the game, he was like, "We're gonna get destroyed." He thought the Pats came close to winning that game, dude.
Because you guys were supposed to have Brian Hoyer, who just is a terrible quarterback. I don't know why he's still a quarterback. He should be a coach, to be honest.
Right.
But
hey, great. Old lives matter. All right. Us old guys are still doing things. You leave Hoyer out of this.
Poor guy.
No, but Hoyer sucks. But I had $900 running on my game.
He just sucks. Don't blame him on his age. He's just trash. He's always been trash.
Fair.
I'm not blaming on his age. I'm just saying.
He said he should be coaching, which means he should be retired.
Listen, Kellen Moore became a coach for the Cowboys, and look, he's doing good. He's a great offensive coordinator. He was pretty young.
Kellen Moore was a pretty trash quarterback. You are right.
Yeah, and he was. I mean, some guys are just meant to be coaches, and some guys are just meant to be quarterbacks.
I say it all the time. Like, the best players make terrible coaches.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think
the worst players make the best coaches. I agree.
Exactly. I don't think Brady could be a coach because he's going to be like, well, why couldn't you just win the fucking Super Bowl? It's like, because we're not Tom Brady, bro. Like, stop telling me that. Like, I'm Zach Wilson.
I think you're underestimating Tom Brady's rabbit foot. That dude seems to be great at everything he does.
Dude, for
everything.
He could be a fucking vegetable up in the fucking press boxes.
He's great at commentator. He's great at interviewing. He's a model. He's great at football. Like I feel like he could play hockey at like 48 and be great at that.
Well, he might not be. He might not be great at being a husband. Apparently.
Yeah, who really needs that? Like, overrated.
He'll find another supermodel. It'll be all right.
You say he's not great at being a husband. I say he's great at getting divorces.
Good counterpoint. I'll go with that one. Hell yeah.
Tom Brady always wins. He always wins.
I don't want.
That's a spin zone right there. I like it.
I like it. Hell yeah.
I've never seen Tom Brady
lose. Rebuttal. No, never.
No.
Dude, you know what's crazy too? Once he's done with his career football, he's got that long-term Fox contract to be like a
Travis. He's gonna be great at that too.
Bro.
Yeah.
No, he's gonna be great. I listen to this dude's like his podcast, his interviews. Like he's gonna be great at that. Like this dude doesn't take L's. It's annoying because I don't like him, but he just doesn't take L's.
Dude, committed to the craft, man. Committed to the craft. There's just some guys that you have to respect. Celtics fans, you hated facing Kobe, but you respect Kobe. You know what I mean? You got to respect.
I respect Tom Brady. I do.
You just got the mind for it. You know what I mean?
I just wish he would go away.
Yeah, and he's not going to for a long time.
No.
Hey, he was almost gone. He was almost gone. Was February, and then he was like, "Nah, I'm just kidding." Back.
He left his wife to play football. Yeah. That's dedication.
Yeah, he's never going.
She said it's football on me, and he was like,
married to the game.
Thing smoking.
Married to the game.
So Bucks. Let's go.
Bucks.
Hey, he left his supermodel wife just to play for the Bucks. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, he'll get another one. It's Tom Brady. He doesn't lose.
Yeah. No, he's going to be good on that commentary role.
He's going to upgrade. Travis, he's going to upgrade. We all agree, right? He's going to upgrade.
Oh, for sure. Dude looks better at his age than I do at mine. I mean, he's got like 13 years on me.
Hey, that's not true. Don't be hard on yourself.
Hey, come on.
You don't lose.
Yo, let's talk about another crazy. So we always usually shit on this division, the NL East, right? The NFC East. Yeah. Sorry.
We know.
I'm in the baseball playoff mind. My bad.
Baseball the priority for you. I get it.
Yeah, man. But we shit on this. We shit on this division all the time, right? Because it's usually Cowboys are really good, but the rest are shit, or the Eagles are good, the rest are shit. This year we got Eagles and Cowboys, as kind of expected. You're saying that's where I'm going, dude. The Giants are 4-1, bro.
I'm not sold.
Devil's advocate, man. I don't know. It could be the coaching.
Listen, I protected Daniel Jones. I've always backed up Daniel Jones and said, listen, if he gets help, he's a solid quarterback. He's not great, but he's not as bad as everybody thought he was. And it proves true. So I hate saying this because I actually pulled for Daniel Jones, and they haven't beat anybody, Travis. And their wins are ugly, which is fine because sometimes you're going to win ugly in the football league.
Yeah.
If it's down, it's not going to hold up. The wheels are going to fall off.
What do you think, Matt?
I can see them finishing 8-9, 9-8, and it all coming down.
Yeah.
Wow. Really?
So
I
I
think blow
think-
it like that.
I hate to do it because I like Daniel Jones and I want to see him do good and I like to see him get a contract and I like Barkley, but I'm just being honest. We gave them the game and we're trash. We're trash.
Yeah.
So I think with the Giants, first of all, they've lost all their receivers, right? They don't have anyone to throw the ball to, let alone Daniel Jones, who is like probably a lower tier quarterback in the league. But I'm not a Daniel Jones hater. Like I've seen him do some good things, you know what I mean? But I will say this though, I think Brian Daboll is a hell of a coach.
They're gutsy. They're gutsy. They're winning with all the injuries, like you said.
Hey,
I just don't think it's
right. No, I agree with
sustainable.
you. I think they'll be a middle of the pack team. Like they'll probably be like 500, maybe a little bit over or a little bit under. But
somewhere around there.
I do like Brian Daboll as a coach. I think he makes the team frisky. Like they already have the same amount of wins as they had last year, and it's only week 6. So
yeah,
I mean,
props to him, Daniel
I'll
Jones,
say-
all those guys. I don't want to sound like I'm hating on them when I say that because I want them
no,
to do good.
I know what you're saying because they just
Even
don't have
9
anybody.
and 8
They
and 9
got-
with all those injuries.
Yeah, they don't have anybody. They have Saquon Barkley. They have Daniel Jones, who's also banged up. They have no receivers. They lost Sterling Shepard. They lost all kind of guys.
Yeah.
I know
So it's like a Belichick situation. Not to compare him to Belichick because that's a little different, but he knows how to coach an NFL football team right now, and it shows because he just beat the Packers. You know what I mean? He beat Aaron Rodgers. He found a way to come back and beat them with no receivers, a running back.
Those games are always
in
weird.
London. Right. Yeah. I mean,
still got the win. Those games are weird though. Those games are always weird. I always tell people if you're gonna bet on, don't never bet the London games. Those games are always weird.
right. No, I got you, but you still beat Aaron Rodgers. Like
They
you still found a
win,
way. Yeah.
But it's just
And you know what? At 4-1, like if he was 1-4, we'd be crushing him, right? So, but he's 4-1 with that team. That's not bad. But I also do think that teams are going to figure him out. Like he's going to come across good teams, and they're just going to figure it out, and they're going to crush the Giants. That's just how it is. That's just,
Travis, what do you think about the Giants?
No, it's cool. I agree. The coach, I like him. I've never actually really been a hater on Daniel Jones either because I've thought the same thing. If you put the pieces around him, I feel like you could be successful.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So
not elite, but pretty good.
yeah, and like when he popped up in the league, I forgot what year it was, but when that first year. I mean, I was like, this guy's not bad. Like, it's better than what we've been seeing, for the Giants.
It was just a curveball because they took him like 7th overall, and nobody expected Daniel Jones to even go in the first round.
But I mean,
so it was kind of like
if you put it this way, Jamal. I know we talked about the Panthers another video. If you put Daniel Jones, on the Panthers, what's their record this year?
I think it's. I'm sorry, God.
10-7.
I mean,
10-7.
Really? Wow. See,
I think he's good enough with a really good roster to win 9 or 10 games, and that's pretty much what we're saying is going to happen with the Giants. Even with a banged up roster, he's going to win 8 or 9 games. I think our roster is better than the Giants. We're healthier. I think 10 wins. Our schedule's not brutal.
What do you think, Matt?
That's the week.
What do you think, Matt? Same thing? Too high or too low? What?
I think that's looking on the positive side of things. I think it all depends on like how much say does Daniel Jones have in making the play calls, which I would imagine not much. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't be surprised if they won 9 or 10 games. But I just knowing the Panthers, like I said, that's just where quarterbacks go to die right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they won, 5, 6, 7 games.
Fine, guys. 15-2. You want me to be a homer?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
15-2.
Yeah. Yo,
you know what? They're gonna go 2 and fucking. I don't even know.
Nah, I think 9 or 10.
15.
Jones. I think 9 or 10. I think 9 or 10.
Let's stay in the East. So we all think Eagles wins that division, or do the Cowboys come back?
I like the Eagles.
Eagles.
Cowboys.
Okay.
So are you going Cowboys with Rush or when Dak comes back?
I'm going Cowboys with Rush or Dak.
Yeah. Rush has been a fucking surprise, dude. Like, came out of nowhere. I don't know what's he doing, but he's doing it.
I think they're protecting him a little bit too.
They're playing defense. They're running the ball. They're playing elite defense. I think they're playing smarter with Rush. They're playing the way with Rush they should play with Dak.
Yeah.
They're running the ball and playing defense instead of Dak. They paid Dak this money, so they want to let him throw 40 times a game.
Exactly. Yep.
Throwing 40 times a game is never a recipe for winning unless you have Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, or Pat Mahomes as your quarterback.
Yep.
Run the ball.
Yeah. Last question before we wrap it all up here. Is Bailey Zappe better than Mac Jones? And whatever your answer is, do you start him over Jones? Whichever one of you want to go first on that one. That's hard for me. I don't know. I haven't been crazy about Mac Jones, dude, since day one. I'm not crazy.
I'm not a Mac Jones guy.
I'm not crazy about him, but I feel like Zappe.
But has Billy Zappe done enough to take the job? Is a question.
Nah, I don't think he's done enough. But
typically, that's where you want to go. Because typically, if you're going to give the job away, like Cooper Rush is playing great. He hasn't done enough to replace Jack.
Well, I mean, but we're talking two different levels here, Dak and Mac.
What I'm saying is like because you got to do because they're winning, and that's what it all comes down. It comes down to winning, right? So you're like, all right, Cooper Rush is to bring it back to him. I know it's two different things, but like, oh, he's 5-0. Say, you're still not replacing for Dak, even though he's winning because the level's so different.
Right.
With Billy Zappe and Mac Jones, he hasn't really done enough to take them. But if they go 4 or 5 in a row, you got to keep them in.
You might have
because,
to, right?
Like you said, it's a different level. They're not the same.
It's not the same. Contracts are different. I mean,
contracts are different.
Second year for Mac.
You're not paying him $40 million to sit on the bench.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe
he's not a franchise quarterback. So I think it depends on if they win or not. Because for Zappe, because Mac Jones ain't a superstar, because he's not this high profile quarterback, he don't have to play. He don't have to win the job. He just has to win games, and he'll get the job.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it could also light a fire into Mac anyway to get that job back and do even better than what he did.
Fire or not, that boy's always gonna be trash,
bro. I'm telling you, man. I watched quite a few Mac Jones games. I don't think I see this dude throw the ball any more than like 10 yards tops.
You know what he is? That's what I was gonna tell you. I was literally gonna say that too, Travis. He's Teddy Bridgewater without the gloves.
just put the gloves on the guy. Just put the gloves. Because
he's trying to pretend he's not because you don't wear the gloves. But we see through you. We know you wear gloves when you're not on the football field, Mac Jones.
Yeah. I saw Zappe throw a ball. I was like, yo, he chucked it like 40 yards. I'm like, okay, this is what looks better to me. I don't know.
Yes, you can't win playing check down all the time.
It's hard,
being
man.
safe.
It's hard.
It's one thing to be safe. It's another thing to be too safe.
Yeah.
Because you become predictable. We've seen it with Alex Smith. We've seen it with Teddy Bridgewater. We go on and on. What happens is you become predictable, and the defense is going to press your receivers. They're going to bang them. They're going to make you throw the ball deep. They're going to say, "Show us. We know you hate doing it. Now you have to beat us this way." And every time it always fails.
Dude, and the Patriots
operate.
The Patriots always get these third and outs, dude. It's always like these chip away, like 3 yards, 2 yards, like throwing 2 yards, throwing 3 yards, and then a screen that only gets you like 2 yards. That shit doesn't work all game, dude. Yeah, a couple of drives, a few drives a game. But if you're doing that every single drive, dude, they're going to stop you. They're going to read you. They're going to understand Mac Jones is not throwing this. Yeah, dude.
They inch up closer and closer and closer. Say, you know what? Throw at 40 yards.
And then
give it to you.
And then when you're behind in the game, if the Patriots are ever trailing in the game, and you got to march 80 yards, with only a couple minutes left, dude, you're not going to get there by throwing 2 or 3 yards apiece every single time. You need somebody who can throw a nice 20-yarder to the fucking sideline and step out. You don't get that with
3 shots. If you don't want to throw the ball deep, I always say just 3 shots a game. They don't have to be complete.
No.
But you got to back the defense.
Throw them in there, dude.
3 shots per game. Don't make them picks unless it's a 4th and long and you don't care because it's the same as a punt. Just throw it deep 3 times. The defense like, all right, at least they'll you got to back them up. You can't be predictable. And just throw it. Even if you don't think you can hit the receiver, throw it over him. Just don't let it get picked off. And then go back. You got to do it. If you don't do it 3 times a game, they're just going to keep pressing. They're going to keep pressing.
What do you got, Matt? Do you pick Zappe over Jones, or are you going Jones over Zappe?
I think right now Zappe's got the hot hand. I feel like you kind of have to go with him until
it falls off.
Until you can't. I also don't think Zappe's the guy right now. I mean, he could be, but I feel like they're playing very safe for them.
No, their quarterback of future ain't on that roster, Fred. You're right. They're not. They don't have a franchise quarterback from that roster.
Out of those two, no, for sure not.
They're playing very safe with Zappe. It just happened to work. I mean, it was also the Lions You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Hey, Lions been scoring some points though. Them boys had the number one offense in the NFL.
okay,
So they played
right. But
the
I give, like I said before, I give credit to the Patriots defense for that. They
Yeah.
shut them out.
Yeah.
And they got a turnover. Was it a pick six fumble? Not a pick six, but it was like
that defense. That pass defense is crazy. That was the number one offense in the NFL.
And they lost J.C. Jackson too. They lost him, and they're still that good.
And they still have like the number one cornerback PFF in the NFL. Like they just Belichick's just a genius.
No, he is. He is. I mean,
that's what it comes down to.
Dude, I'm not trying to give hate on anybody, you know, except Mac Jones.
Yeah.
I don't see it with him, bro. I've never felt it with that guy.
Never liked him either.
No.
But from the first year, I was skeptical. You know, he won a few games, but it was also his rookie year, and he didn't look great. But then, you know, at the same time, he didn't really show me anything. I don't know.
No,
that's the same thing with Kenny Pickett right now. Like, he looks okay, but he doesn't look great. He's not really winning games, obviously.
Yeah.
But he also faced the Bills, who they just crushed us. But he didn't get one touchdown. It's like I don't know. Like, is this the guy? I feel like he's
that's
not.
the problem, man. Because you're so used. If you're a Pats fan and you just brought up the Pittsburgh Steelers, if you're a Steelers Pats fan, you're replacing. You got another guy coming in there after seeing Tom Brady for like 20 years.
That's what I was going to say. To be fair,
so hard.
Tom Brady, it's going to look bad
and,
no matter
and
what.
Roethlisberger for like 20 years.
It's hard to find a quarterback that'll get you above 500 or even 500 for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
It is not. It's the hardest thing in sports, really, is to find a quarterback that can do that for your team. And like the Chiefs, they knew who they were picking when they got Patrick Mahomes. Like, that's the stud of this generation. Like, that's just the guy.
But it's so hard to find a stud.
Mitch Trubisky, the Bears picked Mitch Trubisky before him because they thought he was the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so hard to find that quarterback that'll just put you over the top. And it also comes down to coaching. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it's not always the quarterback. Like, I think Justin Fields can be a good quarterback, but he sucks with the Bears.
He's on the wrong team.
It's not.
Yeah, he's on the wrong
That's
team.
probably like 70% the team's fault rather than his fault. Like, you put him on the Patriots, he could probably be a lot better. Or, you know, pretty much any other team, because I just think the Bears have the worst run offense in the NFL for years now. But it's just so hard to find a quarterback, and I'm not sold on any guy unless they.
You have to protect your quarterbacks, though. You have to know their limitations.
Yeah.
And look what Sean Payton did with Winston.
All right, and also with, like, you know, with their limitations, like, what are their limitations? Like Travis said, like, Mac Jones throws like 10-yard pass or 3-yard passes every time, you know what I mean? And then when he does throw it deep, it's like a pick, or it's nowhere near the receiver. Like, it's just so hard to find a quarterback that can lead your team to even a 500 record. You
gotta find their strengths. That's what they said Sean Payton did with Winston. He studied all his film, what got him in trouble, what bad plays he made, scrapped all those what good plays he made and highlighted. That's what great coaches does. Like, all right, so this guy sucks at this. Let's just get rid of all those plays. Scrap all of them. He's really good at this. Let's get more plays like this, even in different formations where you get these routes and combinations where this guy's comfortable. This guy can't throw a corner, a post route. So don't have him throw it.
Yeah, so I agree.
That's part of the problem, too. Is like some of these quarterbacks, like I said with Daniel Jones, they just need coaching. Like, literally just need coaching. They're not all going to come in here natural, like Herbert, like Mahomes, like Josh Allen. Some of these guys need coaching. They could be pretty good quarterbacks if they get coached right.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's what teams bank on. Is like they're trying to find the next Mahomes, but if you don't have the right guys in place to call the right plays,
they don't just make those guys.
Right.
They don't just make those guys like that, Mahomes.
Yeah, that shit's
like,
tough.
Yeah, like, I feel like the Chiefs got kind of lucky. Like, Andy Reid's a great coach. I don't know who else they really have coaching up Mahomes, but like, Mahomes is also like a natural quarterback.
Andy Reid, though, because Andy Reid's the quarterback whisperer. You know what I mean? So it's him.
Yeah,
it's him.
Yeah, but I also think Mahomes is also like a natural talent. It's just like the best of both worlds, really. And this dude throws like 5 touchdowns.
That's how championships are won. Brady, Belichick. You know, freaking.
That's why when I hear like Patriots fans
and Walsh, like, that's how it's done. That's how it's always been done. That's quarterback coach. That's how it gets done.
1A, 1B, like Brady and Belichick. Like, that's just how it goes.
Breeze and not paying.
Yeah,
Breeze was okay with the Chargers. He was solid. He wasn't Drew Brees until he went to the Saints and paying. It just became 5,000 yards every year. Crazy, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, that's also why I feel like, you know, when I hear Patriots fans and all like the local radio stations like, oh, Zappe's the guy. He's not the guy. You don't know that.
It's the guy right now, but he ain't the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, first of all, Belichick is the
Belichick's
guru.
the guy.
Like, he's also Belichick's more of a defensive coach, but yeah, he can also coach up the offense too. Don't get me wrong, but like Zappe's not the guy. Mac Jones is not the guy. Patriots fans are forgetting how hard it is to find the guy
It is, yeah.
at quarterback.
Because they're so
Herbert's
used to
the
having the
guy.
guy, dude.
Herbert's
the guy. We
Yeah.
gotta get some Herbert in here. My
Yeah.
man,
Lamar
Crush.
Jackson. Lamar Jackson's the guy.
Lamar's a beast. Lamar is a specimen. For Herbert,
Herbert's
The
still
guy.
doing
Herbert.
good. He's hurt, but he's playing good. So
I still think Joe Burrow's the guy. He needs an offensive line.
Nah, get Joe Burrow out of here. We don't talk
thank
about
you,
Nah,
dude.
I like Joe
Thank
Burrow.
you, man.
that. No,
Thank
No,
you.
Joe Burrow. Listen,
No.
Joe Burrow's the guy. He just needs an offensive
Bro,
line.
no.
They compare-
That was a fluke. That was a fluke Super Bowl last year.
They compare Joe
will-
Burrow. They put him
they will be
side by
back.
side with Herbert all the time, and it bothers me.
Who?
ESPN, any of the NFL
No, stop.
analysts, the top.
That's a good
top,
point. I
top,
don't know
top
who
10,
I would pick.
dude. Top 10
There's levels to
quarterbacks,
this.
dude. Top
You
10.
know,
They put him up there all the time.
Because he made it to a Super Bowl, but he made a Super Bowl because of that defense. Let's stop right there because there's levels to this, and Joe Burrow is a pretty good quarterback. He's not on Herbert's level.
Bro, before the season started, they put the
Oh, I
power.
never
Oh,
They
said he was.
put. They
I never
put.
said he was.
No,
Like,
not you, Frace, not you.
They
Oh,
put.
ESPN,
They put the
others,
power
right?
rankings out there before the season started, and Burrow was above Herbert. I'm like, fucking how?
No, that's because he went to Super Bowl. That's how I hate. That's the stupid football. They try to force this down your throat. Oh, you make the Super Bowl, you're better than this. No.
Nah.
You got Mahomes, you got Allen, put Lamar in there,
Yep.
and then there's Herbert.
Yeah, dude. Herbert's there, man. Top 5.
That's it. And then you want to do 5. You want to do Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, those guys 5, 6. You can plug those old guys in there, 100%. But
Yeah.
Burrow's, to me, I don't think he's that great. I think he's good. I know he's young.
I think he's good. Obviously, he's got
He's a
talent.
kid. He's good.
Yeah.
He's good, but he's not. If they don't make that Super Bowl because their defense, he's not going to get put that high. He's not being put top 5, top 6, wherever they're putting him. He's not going to get ranked there. But because he made a Super Bowl, because his defense,
Yeah.
they're gonna shoot him up. I agree with that to some point. Like if it's close, like if we're talking about Josh Allen's Pat Mahomes, who's better? And Pat Mahomes has 3 Super Bowls and Josh Allen has 1. You get the another Pat Mahomes because it's so close because they're both there. But I don't think it's close between Herbert and Joe Burrow.
No,
I don't
me
think it's
neither.
close.
Me neither. But
I don't think Joe Burrow can make all the throws.
no,
I think Herbert can make every throw there is.
dude, for real, man. Dude's so good.
I just like Burrow because I think he's gritty. I think if you give him an offensive line, you give him a little bit more time, we'll figure out what Joe
Why
Burrow
don't
can
he have
really
an
do.
offensive line, Freights?
What's that?
Why don't he have an offensive line?
Because the
Because
Bengals, they just don't.
Because he told the Bengals to draft his boy, the
Oh
receiver,
yeah,
instead of that top
Listen.
offense. And didn't we talk about this last year? Now they got
no.
lucky.
Listen,
But now,
listen,
I
we
don't feel
agreed.
bad for him now. I don't feel bad.
Listen,
That
I
kid
don't
gets
feel
robbed.
bad. I'm just saying
on him.
he's still a stud quarterback. I think he's still a great quarterback. Like I still think Joe Burrow can win a Super
I'm
Bowl.
not saying he's bad. He's not as good as Herbert, but we'll take him in Carolina. Joe.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
No, you can't take him in Carolina. We can't even take him in Pittsburgh because we'll just kill him. We'll kill that whole
Yeah,
that
we'll
whole
ruin his
vibe, that
All
whole
right.
game
Joe
plan.
Burrow's
It's
whole
over.
career.
All right,
We'll
yo,
ruin his whole career.
let's
Just give me Joe Flacco or something. We'll figure it out from there. Just don't give me a stud quarterback because we're gonna ruin him. So
All right, yo, let's wrap it up there. Jamal, Matt, thanks for coming on, man. I love talking to you guys
thanks.
about this shit. I wish we had like a 4-hour time where we can just talk about this because we can go on
Hey,
forever.
we can keep going after the recording. I got so much to talk about.
I'm down, dude. I don't care.
I'm so hyped about the NFL right now that I'm good to go. I'm a little buzzed. I'm good to go.
I'm not hyped.
Let's go.
I'm not hyped at all.
All right, yo.